Hello and welcome to this Loan Plus 3 loan management software training. In this lesson, we'll be covering the customer information section of the account record. By default, this section is read-only. To make edits, you must select the Edit button located in the bottom menu bar. Please note that editing customer information is permission-based, so you'll need to have the necessary permissions to access the menu to view and make changes. Let's discuss the customer information section in more detail by selecting the bottom menu Edit button. The bottom button menu will change to allow selection of the Customer Info button. Select the Customer Info button to open the editable Customer Info pop-up window. The customer information section includes the following fields. Please note the customer is sometimes referred to as the borrower. Customer last name, customer first name. If you wish to include the customer's middle name, skip a space after the first name and add the middle name. SSN means Social Security Number. The Social Security Number is masked except the last four numbers on the account record view, and only in the Customer Info Edit pop-up will the full number be visible and editable. Date of birth. Date of birth is 2-digit month, 2-digit day, 4-digit year format. Account number. The part of the account number before the dash is specific to each customer and will not change. The number after the dash represents the total number of loans the customers had with the company. In this example, the customers had 7 total loans, the initial loan and 6 renews or refinances. Second account button. The second account button allows entry of a third-party account number to associate with the customer information. An example would be if you have a product or service you finance and a third-party software has a different account number, you would like to associate with the loan account number. Language. The language drop-down allows selection of either English or Spanish. English is default. If you select Spanish, the selection is useful when printing loan documents, as an additional Spanish disclosure letter for Spanish-speaking borrowers is generated for review. Home address includes street, city, state, and zip code. Residency verification date. Residency verification date is the date an employee verified the residency status of a borrower by paperwork provided. Mail address, if different from home address, includes street, city, state, and zip code. If the borrower prefers to receive mail at a different address, you can specify that here. Mail settings. Selection drop-down for where physical letters will be mailed to the customer, and options include M, all mail to mail address, which is default. H, all mail to home address. N, no mail allowed to be sent to any address. P, past due mail to home address. W, current mail to work. Demand section, if chosen, will freeze the account due to non-payment and issue a demand payment notice. This will stop charges and allow you to send out a notice with the specified payoff amount. When selecting this option, a pop-up window will appear asking if the customer should be charged off automatically at the end of the current month's closing. Selecting no will allow manual account charge-off at a later time. Deceased selection stops all collection efforts for the borrower if they are deceased. When selecting this option, a pop-up window will appear asking if the customer should be charged off automatically at the end of the current month's closing. Selecting no will allow manual account charge-off at a later time. Employment information. Employment contains the following information: employer, company name, position, title of borrower's position at the place of employment, salary, borrower's income including all sources, employment verification date, date the employment was verified by either calling the employer or paperwork. Work address includes street, city, state, and zip code. Paydays. Frequency the borrower is paid by their employer. The paydays drop-down selection includes daily. Daily has no additional selection options. Weekly. Allows selection of a single day of the week the borrower is paid: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Bi-weekly allows 2 days of the week to be selected the borrower receives pay, from Monday to Sunday. Semi-monthly allows 2 separate dates of the month selected for borrower's pay. Example would be the 1st and the 15th of the month, or whatever 2 days a month the borrower is paid. Monthly allows a single date. Charge-off settings. If the customer fails to pay and the account reaches a certain age without payment, like 4 to 5 months, you have 2 options for charge-offs: H, holdout, or manual charge-off. This selection will place the borrower's account in a charge-off status, but will not automatically charge off the customer at the end of the month. The borrower's account must be manually added to the end-of-month charge-off counts if this option is selected. I, include, or automatic charge-off. Selecting this option will charge off the loan account at the end of the month's closing. Account type. Account type options include I for individual or one borrower account, J for joint or more than one borrower account, IB for individual bankruptcy or one borrower file bankruptcy, JB or joint bankruptcy, more than one borrower file bankruptcy, DL number for borrower's driver's license, bank is for the bank name, solicitation code. The solicitation code tracks how the customer learned about the offer to renew or refinance their loan. This helps track the effectiveness of different marketing efforts. You can also note how the customer responded to solicitations such as text, email, mailouts, or flyers. Branch number. The branch number the borrower took out their first loan with the company. First loan date. The date the borrower first took out a loan with the company. Joint account holder information. Joint account contains the following information: joint last name, joint account holder's last name, first name, joint account holder's first name, SSN, joint account holder's social security number, date of birth, joint account holder's date of birth, 2-digit month, 2-digit day, 4-digit year, phone number, joint account holder's phone number. The plus cosigner button allows additional joint account holder information to be added if required. Normally only one, but you can add as many cosigner joint account holders as you want. Reference information. Reference contains the following information and can be helpful for future collections or if you need to verify contact details. Reference. Is the reference name first and last? Solicitable. Can the reference be contacted to offer loan services? Spouse. Is the reference a spouse of the borrower? Relationship. Relationship status of the reference to the borrower, like sister, father, mother, friend. Phone. Phone number of the reference. Del button, DEL button, means delete, and this button will delete the reference. Address. Mailing address of the reference. Date of birth. Date of birth for the reference in 2-digit month, 2-digit day, 4-digit year. Account number. This account number would be a separate loan with the company. This is useful if reference is also a borrower. Work. Work information like name of the business or address. Work phone. Work phone number for the reference. The plus reference button. The plus reference button will add another reference to the customer information and is always after the last reference delete button. Remark. Provide additional information about the borrower or account. These remarks can be used to leave notes for staff when accessing the account record. Create a new remark by selecting the plus remark button. Email, phone, contact information. Email address for the customer. Home phone, work phone, mobile phone for the customer. The phone plus one button allows adding of additional phone numbers if necessary. If the customer has opt-in for text messages, the text in next to the phone number will not be grayed out. Document uploads. This area allows upload of additional documents such as bills or driver's license. However, be mindful of the security when uploading sensitive documents, as they may be visible on the account without the same access restrictions as other sections. That concludes the overview of the customer information section. The callback reminders feature will be covered in a separate video. Thank you for your time watching. See you in the next lesson.